Boosie was on stage this past Sunday where shots were let off from the crowd and they rushed Boosie off stage. Boosie, from what we've known, was not hit in the situation that went down and occurred, but it also gathered and garnered a lot of attention. Now, with that being said, you're going to be surrounded by people who are making their own observations into the situation and giving their own 2 cents about it. Once given those 2 cents, people are going to come to the consensus of what they know. The police is looking for an active gunman. This was in Ohio. It's a whole different city and state from what people are used to. The footage, which you've seen on social media from the event, when shots broke out inside the venue, Boosie was on stage with the mic when the first bullet was fired. The rapper, his team, everybody got off the stage before another shot was fired. And the identities of the people or victims that hadn't been released. But they're still on the hunt for the gunman. Now, what this was a after party for the Millennium Tour 2025, which has Omarion, Trey Songz, Bow Wow, Plies, the Yin Yang Twins, Nivea, Rick Ross, Ray J, Bobby V, Pleasure P, Sammy, I think, is on there. So Boosie's on that show and that tour. And the tour kicked off last weekend and is scheduled to run through major cities across the country until it ends April 27th in Los Angeles. Now, what we do know is that security was laxed. And you wouldn't think this is not a type of tour that would bring this type of violence. So why is that, the case here in this situation? But with Boosie hitting the stage, this happens on his watch. Pretty much, he's just there to do his job. He's rapping on stage. But once he's hit the stage, shots is fired, which is going to affect money. It's going to affect different avenues and chances and situations. And, hey, it is what it is, right? Or it is what it isn't. Because you, at the end of the day, want to naturally have something that goes correctly, something that you understand and makes sense. And this is how it's bad for business. Because when shots are fired at a black concert or black anything, they're going to look at the promoter. They're going to look at the manager. They normally don't have an ambulance on standby. They normally don't have these things. They got to call 911, wait on the ambulance. Police come in there and blame everybody. Everybody's black, so they're all guilty. And people are just hoisted away. So you look at Bobby V, Pleasure P, or whatever they want to call them, and all of these people who are on this tour are basically performing artists, Rick Ross and Plies, I guess you can call them somebody that would bring an element like that. But mostly, this is soft level hip hop. But to these people, they don't know. They don't know the difference. So business is affected. Other people's lives are changed dramatically for the worse. And things don't improve. It doesn't get better. So now that you know it doesn't get any better, what's the next step? What's the next step in the change? Because If you don't change the pattern and way these things are going, it's only going to keep getting worse. And it's always black money is affected. Black people's excellence keeps getting affected. And we don't understand why this is the case. Why does this keep happening to black people? Why does this keep happening to us? That's the alarming problem that we have in this situation. I'm heartbroken for the people that had to endure the suffering that they had to go through in this said scenario. It never should have went down like that. I mean, I don't know how security let someone get through with a firearm. That needs to be investigated. With this much technology in this day and age, that shouldn't have happened. But again, it's all about a situation of what you know, who you respect, and how it's being handled. Meanwhile, when it's us on a tour, this would never happen with the hardest rock toured areas, right? You have all these rock acts on the tour. You're not seeing anybody coming in there shooting up the place. You know what I'm saying? And one person can mess it up for everybody. Now nobody want to book Bow Wow because there was a shooting on this tour, even though he's on the tour with all these other people. Nobody wants to book Plies because the shooting happened on the tour. It affects everybody that's on that tour. One rock in the ocean sends a ripple straight through the old ocean, right? Now, what are we to do? What are we to do as a people? How do we make this right? How do we make this better? It's clear. How do you make this better? Stop making it worse. Whatever drama you had with somebody in there, was it worth shooting at somebody for at a concert? Disappoints me greatly. And on that level, I mean, there's nothing pretty much you could say to this thing. They haven't caught the gunman yet. By the time you see this video, maybe they've caught him, but the damage has already been done. You know, after this tour, where they continuously book shows, would you think it was targeting Boosie? Who knows, right? So, again, somebody's like, yeah, you ducking the smoke. You don't talk about these things. I don't like to sit around talking about shootings out and stuff like that. That's not what I do. You know, it pisses me off. So I don't really like to do that. It's just really, to me, it's really stupid because y'all don't see the overall picture. And this life is full of people that don't see the overall picture. So I'm very upset about that. So again, happy birthday to Kwame Brown Bus Life. He's done tremendous with his channel. Want to say blessings, peace and blessings to all of y'all out there. And Hopefully, everybody's having a very safe holiday, and a lot of nefarious affairs have taken account over the past few months. But we keep moving forward. So that's all I really got to say about it, man. Um, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Thank y'all, man. Hopefully, y'all come to the Patreon, and my Patreon is Carcino for Life. Thanks to everybody who donated to the Cash App, which you see on the banner going behind below you. And thanks to everyone who has joined the Patreon, who subscribed here on my YouTube channel. Thank all of y'all, man. I appreciate it. One.